Hello everyone, today we're going to talk about the CT test jack and the annual inspection requirements that is required on them. So the CT test jack is much like this one I have here. It's a Westinghouse jack, and there's going to be checks that you do on the actual jack which you insert into the circuit, and there'll be checks that you do as well along the length of the test lead itself to verify its integrity. In this video we're going to focus on the CT test jack and the annual inspection. The CT test jack on my right is in good condition. The one on my left is in poor condition and actually has opens along the length of its conductor. Why these checks are important is if you insert a CT test jack that is in poor condition, it could be a potentially fatal mistake or it could cause injury to a worker. The first step in performing your annual check is to take the CT test jack apart. So you'll have to loosen the screw on both the black side and the red side. So I'm going to leave the video recording here as I perform those steps, and I'd like you to do the same and follow along on your CT test jack. So you saw how the nut dropped out of that, so it's important that you're doing this on a table to catch all the pieces. And now the CT test jack is taken apart. So what you could see is the red side is attached to the red side of the CT jack, and the black side with the black lead was attached to the black side. Now that the CT test jack is taken apart, you want to verify that the insulative barrier between the red side and the black side on the bottom is intact and in good shape. So if we zoom into here, what you could see is there's a very thin film of insulated material between both sides of the CT jack. So I could see along the entire length it looks good on both sides. So from there I want to next look at my actual connection to the metal surface, the flat surface of the test jack. So verify that it is tight on the red side, which it is there, and it is also tight on the black side. So from there, we want to look at our terminal connections. So here I could see that we have a ring terminal connection, and we're not using spades. So I want to ensure it's a ring connection on both sides, which it is. The other thing I could see is heat shrink has been used as added mechanical protection, which is encouraged. It's not absolutely required. Next, we want to check the actual plastic housing. So there's the red and black here, and what I could see is there is no cracks or signs of damage on both the top and bottom side of the plastic housing for the CT test jack. Now that we know that the CT test jack head, the top part of it, is good, now we could start putting everything back together. From there, I want to make sure that my black connection here is actually connected to the side of my CT test jack that has the nipple alignment. So this is what actually guides the CT test jack properly into a CTTB. So next I'm going to place both the black side to the black conductor and the red side to the red conductor. And if you could stop from right now and put your CT test jack back together as well. Alright, now that you did your internal checks and you have your CT test jack put back together, now you have to verify the integrity of your entire test jack, which also includes the lead as well. So to start out with, so here I have my test jack and both ends. I want to verify, so right now I have my meter on ohms. And what I'm going to verify is that my red is connected to my red side. So my meter is currently displaying Oh, one moment here. So my meter is displaying 0.2 ohms, which is good. We'll put it on audio so you can see a little better, hear it. And now I want to verify my black is connected to the black. So that looks good. And next is proving that my insulative sleeve is intact, so the red and black leads, sides, are actually not connected to each other. So next, I'm going to take my CT test jack and actually connect it to my PMM meter. And one of the things you also want to verify during your inspection is that this end is actually spade connections. So now I have a complete circuit. Alright, so now we want to verify the integrity of the lead, that it's not open circuit at any part. So you want to hold your CT test jack. It's a little tricky, a little bit like chopsticks. Now that I have a good firm connection on the CT test jack head, I can actually start to manipulate the lead all along its entire length. And what I'm looking for is any signs of an open. I can hear that little drop is just because I had to readjust my leads. That will happen to you. So that is good. From there, I know my CT test jack is in good shape along with the length. So my final check, the final thing I have to do on the test jack is actually say it's been inspected. So from there, I take my inspection sticker and I put today's date. It's fine, just put the month, so March 2018. And my initials. And from there, just pick a convenient side. And that's it for your inspection.